So I think I may have struck the holy grail of Playmobil collections. If you're familiar with Playmobil, the 1980s Western train set is a huge collector's item, and they're usually like $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 plus shipping. If you know anything about eBay, the shipping costs are like almost as expensive as the items themselves. So this has been a really expensive item that I cannot find anywhere and I cannot afford and like would never pay that much for it. If it's a full set, train is working, the price even soars higher. So I obviously scour eBay for vintage Playmobil things, but I've also started looking at Facebook Marketplace, which is a big letdown because as soon as you find something that you like, it's a million miles away. But something inside of me was like, just keep checking it out on a regular basis. And I think I finally found it. An hour away from me, I found somebody that buys storage units, and somebody had this in their storage unit, and I don't think he knew what he had, or he didn't want to go through the trouble with trying to sell it online. But I got the original 1980s Playmobil Western train with the boxes, full set, supposedly working, for $200. I tried to keep my cool the entire transaction, giving them the cash and taking the box away, and I was like, oh my god, this is wild. Oh my god, this box is so heavy. Okay. This is truly crazy. Like, the fact that I found this so close to where I live, it's beyond. And whoever kept this in the storage unit really did a really nice job taking care of it. Here are the original characters. Maybe not in the original box, but they're kept in plastic. We have lots of these train tracks. Like a lot. It's a lot. So I'm going to try to do one of those speed unboxings for y'all. So I'm no Marlboro man when it comes to building train sets. So please hold your horses when judging me on this video. The first thing I realized when I was unboxing all this is how heavy this train was. Now, I think Playmobil is known for its like hefty plastic and durability, but this train set was like the real deal. And I was kind of really surprised of how heavy the engine was, which is really kind of cool to hold in your hand. And how detailed all these cars were. They were in really good shape for being around 40 years old, so it's so nice to see someone taking care of things when you're unboxing it. Now, building the train tracks were like a little difficult. I still need to figure out how to clean these tracks. I feel like after I clean them, the connection between the engine and the tracks may run better or faster. And I'm realizing that this table was too small for how big this train was. And this is the exact moment where I'm discovering that it's not going to work on this table. So I decide to take off the straight ends and then just do a roundabout circle, sort of like Christmas tree style. I wanted to get the train on the tracks and make sure it ran, and it was a lot harder aligning the wheels on the tracks than I thought. Also, one of the passenger cars, one of their hitches were broke, so I had to put it on the end of the train. So yes, don't come for me, I know cabooses go at the end, but I had a broken train car that had to go at the end. Luckily in the box was the other piece of the hitch, so I'll have to super glue it at a later date to make the train as accurate as possible. And it's really cool. All the lids come off of each car, and the detail in it is really intense. The electric mechanism to make the train go was a little frightening. I was really ready to get shocked or electrocuted, but it did indeed work. And this is me cringing out and excitement on this model train set in my basement. Again, the alignment was a bit difficult. It may have something to do with the fact that the train tracks are literally off the table and not straight. But still trying to figure out what was wrong with the connection with the train. And realized that the tape residue on the connector was there for a reason, but I figured it out. Next, I grabbed some MDF boards and kind of cut them to size to expand my territory, if you will. Go big or go home. Everything's bigger in Texas, right? So hopefully this will solve the space for my train, but not solve the space for my basement. So hopefully no one has any other intentions of coming down here, because you're literally going to be met with a whole diorama and no other space. So I relayed the tracks out in its full glory with the straight ends, and it was quite large, but really cool to see all the way out. And aligning the train on the tracks, of course, but then plugging it in, I realized that there is a forward and reverse, and I guess put the train on the tracks backwards, so I needed to flip the whole train for it to go the right direction. And I took off the train car that was broken to see if it would run faster, which it did. So the less cars you have that the engine is pulling, the faster the engine goes. What a concept. I was really pleased with my work, and I decided to decorate the whole space with my complete Western Town. The white MDF kind of looks like snow right now, but I'll probably paint it to match the sand color at a later date. So stay tuned to look at some shots of the full thing while it's running. Thanks for watching, and yeehaw!